Yo, so business cards. I know you seen the same outfit. Yes. I am recording 2 videos in one day. I am still sick. Yes. Business cards. Everybody needs one. Everybody not needs one. Everybody has to have one. For a long time, I had just run out of business cards, or else I would have showed you my old business card. It had like spot gloss and all kinds of dope stuff. But I mean, I needed a new one. Just for now, I have some things planned in the future with friends. We just haven't finalized any, name. Well, I mean, we finalized the name, but I mean, as far as like other details that's gonna go on the website or on the card, I mean, we just haven't finalized that yet. So I needed one for a while because a couple gigs ago, I mean, people were asking me for business cards, and I literally handed out my last two. So I went ahead and I updated. I made a really fast design in Photoshop. I looked at some other, cards online, just as inspiration, and I went ahead and I made a super simple one, but straight to the point. So this is my business card for now. I went ahead and I got these off of Vistaprint. I've never ordered from them before. So this was also kind of a test. I only ordered 100 cards because I mean I didn't know the quality that they were gonna come in. I didn't know like if they're gonna be exactly like my design. I mean they look very sleek, when they're printed. This is the front of them. I'll show you the back in a bit. But let me talk about the actual printing itself. Now on my computer, I do notice though the gradients on this card, on the actual physical card itself, is not as noticeable as my original design. Same thing for the back. The back on this card is basically a solid black, if anything a faded black. I see that they probably weren't able to pull off that gradient of the black that I had, so I don't know if maybe I have to hit them up and see what they could do for me, or maybe choose a different type of card to be printed on, or different service, a more premium service, or I might just have to find somebody else to print out these cards because I do like this design. It's very universal and very minimal. So as you can see on the front, some people might say, hey, don't put a record or anything on your business card, but I mean, oh, you can see the GoPro flashing. But I mean, that's just who I am. I mean, I like records. I like music. On the front, it just says my name, DJ and BDJ. I do video mix and stuff like that. So on the back, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not even gonna blur it out. It's my info. So I just got my phone number, my email, and at AndyMac.DJ, which is like Twitter and Instagram. Super simple, straight to the point. I didn't need to put I specialize in this. I didn't need to put all events I can do. No, just straight to the point. At the end of the day, it's just a business card that they're gonna look at, and they're gonna want your number and your info, and that's about it. Now, for those of you that probably paused the video and like got my number down, yo, I don't mind, to be honest. I really don't mind. I'm gonna tell you right now though, I'm pretty fucking busy, so if you're calling me, no, don't call me, man. Shoot me a text first. I mean, I'll reply most likely on a text message. Don't call me though. That's a little weird. Shoot me a text first. Let me know who you are, and then we'll go from there. I mean, if you just start calling me, I might have to block you. So it is what it is. But yeah, super simple. Now, other business cards in the past, I have had very fancy ones. Make your event unforgettable. I had nice quotes on them and stuff like that, and they were very effective. And when I handed them to potential clients, they said, "Ooh, wow, this is a very professional card." Now, it's not taking anything away from this card. I feel like when I hand this to somebody, excuse me, when I hand this to somebody, they're gonna look at it, and it looks very professional, very sleek, and all that. Now, some of you guys might be like, "Oh, what about those cards that have your setups on them and stuff like that? Why didn't you do a card with your picture on it?" At the end of the day, it's all personal preference. It's how you want to represent yourself. So if you want your photo on it, if you want your setups on it, stuff like that, then go for it. I know for those mobile guys that do, uplighting and stuff like that, to put a photo on your card of your actual equipment, that can, work in your advantage very well. Now, for other people, it might not. Every client's different. Everybody's going to look at your card a different way. Not everybody's going to think your card is the most nicest card, or not everybody's going to think your card is the best card, or some people aren't going to care if you have your photo on there or your setup on there. It's just what it is. But I mean, to each is their own. For me personally, I mean, I don't do enough mobiles, and I really don't do the uplighting and all that all that jazz. I mean, when it comes to the mobile game, man, the guys on the YouTube DJ group on Facebook are killing me, are shutting me out. I mean, and I own up to it though, because I mean, I'm more of a club guy. I hardly do mobiles. I'm trying to get back into them though. Um, so yeah, for me personally, I just needed something that said my info. That's all it was. Something nice and sleek I could give somebody. Not too much clutter on it, straight to the point. Now for business cards, what I do recommend and some helpful tips is nowadays less is more. You might want to have all these cool, weird, abstract designs, but I mean, if it's not legible and if your eyes don't gravitate to what the point of the card is off the bat, then there is something wrong. When you look at this card, there is not much on it, but the first thing you look at is Andy Mack. Boom. Then your eyes gravitate downwards. DJ slash VDJ. Okay, that's it for the front. Look at the back. Boom, there's nothing else to distract the future client. Now some of you guys might be like, this is too cheap and that's too that's too simple of a design. And I mean, I definitely see where you're coming from. But like I also said, I mean, the design on the actual computer itself didn't look this bland, to be honest. And that's not making an excuse. It is what it is. I'm still gonna use these cards. But yeah, just to point that out there. Now, type of card paper. Like I said, I got these off Vistaprint, and I didn't get the cheapest type of paper, so that's why I kind of got it in the medium. So it's thick. You know, it's not flimsy. It's not flimsy paper. You don't want a card that you're gonna put in somebody's. You know, somebody's gonna put it in their wallet, and when they take it out, it's bent in half already, or it's all twisted up. I mean, you want something that's somewhat solid. When you hold a card, you want a good amount of weight to it. When a client holds the card, a good amount of weight just says something about somebody's card in general. Like, oh, this motherfucker spent an extra $15 on a card on his card. Like, he must be down for his shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Now, what I would recommend is staying away from those DJ business card templates. Not all of them. I've actually seen a lot of them that, you know, caught my eye and actually inspired this design to a certain extent. But the ones I would say stay away from completely is stay away from the ones that have that super played out like Pioneer City J setup, like, and it has like, it looks like a blue matrix lines like off of it or something. Stay away from that. Just stay away from those. I mean, for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, you see that card around so much, and I don't even understand why it's so attractive. Like, it doesn't even look good. Stay away from that one. Stay away from like that weird like fake Tiesto one. Like, stay away from that, man. Nowadays, less is more, and that's, you know, my opinion on business cards. Another thing, if you feel like you're gonna be changing, you know, social media names or websites or emails and stuff like that, don't order 1,000 business cards to start off with. I mean, unless you're absolutely sure that you're gonna be staying with that contact info, you know, then order 1,000 cards and more and whatnot. But I mean, if you're not sure, then don't go out and order 1,000 cards like me. I ordered 100 cards. Most of the reason behind only ordering 100 cards was, you know, to test out Vistaprint to see the quality. And now I see, you know, will I try them out again? Maybe if they have, you know, a more premium style card, and maybe I might have to make my design that much more exaggerated in there so I can get the gradients the way I want it. But the other reason I ordered only 100 cards is I'm in the process of buying my domain name for my website and all that. So I didn't want to go ahead and put, you know, a website on there that wasn't up and running, or that just had the domain just, you know, set up. That was it. I didn't want to do that. For me, I feel like that's false advertisement. Like, yo, check out my website. I mean, you go on it and fucking like, oh, it redirects me to, you know, my Facebook page or something. Like, nah, like, I want a website like a lot of, you know, my colleagues have. So that's another reason. Say if I change, I'm thinking about, you know, changing plans as far as phone wise and going to a different carrier and stuff like that. So I mean, if my phone number changes, I mean, I don't want to have all 1,000 cards. I don't want to have 800 cards left over that I can't use. So that's basically it. Make sure that those contacts on there is legit. Now, if you go into business with a buddy of yours and say both of you guys' phone numbers or contact info is on the same card, make sure you're going to be in business with that buddy for a while, because If you're gonna try to, you can still use those cards after you and him or her are not in business together, but you're always gonna have to be handing the card and saying, "Oh yeah, my name's Andy on the card. Don't contact this person. Contact me. I'm this one." And you don't want to be that guy who sharpies out something or sharpies out your old number and writes your new one. That's just unprofessional. I mean, point blank simple. That's just unprofessional. Now, does it have to have stuff on there that's DJ related? No, it doesn't. It's all personal preference, like I said. Some people are going to want to have that stuff, some people are not. For me, I went for a more minimalistic design. I'll put a vinyl record on there. Hey man, I got vinyl records tattooed on me. That's just alike. I have a vinyl collection. I'm into that shit. That's why I went ahead and did that. Some people might think it's gaudy, and some people might think, oh, that's played out. But at the end of the day, I do use turntables and shit. Even when I don't, if somebody ever wanted to test me, they could come to the studio and test me. So I hope you guys found this video informative. And yeah, see you on the next one. Peace. Andy Mac, motherfucker.